Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Moreno Boxing TV. Today we've got just footwork tutorials for you. So without further ado, get ready to Alright, here we go. So we're going to start out with this nice little drill on the ladder. So the previous series I taught you how to move your feet forward, back, side. Alright, so we're going to see how do we practice that, okay? So we start off here on the ladder. This is called a ladder drill. We're going to start off. We move our feet forward, front foot first, and the back foot follows, and then we go back. Right, front foot forward, back foot follows, then we go back leg, and then bring it out. Alright, so let's go for a little bit of ring craft here. So let's say my opponent is on the other side, I've got my opponent on the other side, okay? If I want to land my punch, I first need to make sure that I get into range. So I need to step my foot in to get into range, and then I can land my shot. Obviously, as we know, being boxers, we don't want to stay there and get counter punched unless we're going to be blocking and defending, but we haven't got to that yet. So we're going to step back to get out of range, okay? So we start off here, guard nice and tight, move into range, move out of range. Now you want to keep your feet, I would say shoulder width apart, or slightly more than shoulder width apart. Like I say in boxing, there's no hard and fast rule. You don't want to be, I personally think it shouldn't be too wide, have too wide a stance, compromises your ability to move. I've seen fighters with really wide stance, man, they can punch, they can dig, they seem to be okay like this. You don't want to have your feet, I would say, too close together, because then it compromises your balance, and you can easily get pushed back. Having said that, I've seen some fighters come like this, really close, and they can move really well. So it's all relative. Ideally, you want to start off learning the basic, the standard way of doing things, and then after you can adapt to your own style. Right? So I'll start off here with my boxing stance, as we know, foot front, offset the leg, guard nice and tight. Okay, if you're southpaw, you're going to be from this position as a southpaw, right? So here, I'm going to push off my back leg. Some guys say, oh, it's got his heel on the ground. Yeah, you can have your heel off the ground as well if you want, or you can put your heel on the ground. It's up to you. You can have your heel on the ground for power, to dig in. Yeah, it's called being flat-footed. You want to be flat-footed. But some fighters fight really well flat-footed. You don't want to get near those guys because they can punch and they'll knock you out. And some guys box really well with the heel off the ground because they're really fast. Yeah, so it's really up to you. Like I say, learn the way it works for you, learn the standard way, and then just adapt. Take what is useful and discard what's not, and what's uniquely your own. Bruce Lee there for you. Yeah, so we're here. We're gonna guard nice and tight, looking through the middle, heel off the ground. If you want, we're gonna step front leg, push it in, and then we're gonna go bring the back leg in. Yeah. What you don't want to do, guys, you don't want to step in. I don't think you should do this. I don't think you should be stepping in and leaving the leg there and then trading punches like this. That's how you end up a bit too wide with your stance. Again, compromising your ability to move, and then you can't really retreat effectively. Having said that, some guys will get a lot of power by having the feet nice and wide. But for purposes of this tutorial only, we're starting off here, back leg comes in, then you're out, okay? So you move the front leg, back leg follows. Don't bring your feet a little too close, again compromising your balance. You want to have the shoulder width apart, slightly more, and then you're out, pushing with the front leg to get out. Now the way we work on this drill, we just practice in and out nice and quick, with the feet in and out nice and quick, in for the attack, out for the defense. What you want to do is also you can start feinting your punches. You feint and then you come out. You feint and then you come out. Okay? Then from this position, from being out of range, we're going to step to the side. You can step to the left side, or you can step to the right side. Completely up to you, right? When you're in a boxing ring, sparring or fighting, it's unpredictable where you're going to go. You want to be able to move both sides, right? Again, we say don't cross the feet, but we have seen Floyd Mayweather and some top fighters cross the feet when they move. For the purposes of this tutorial, we are going to not cross the feet, and we're going to use the right leg to move to the side, okay? And then we're going to move in again, and then move out. And then we're side again, and then we're out. Side again, and out. So when we think about this in relation to our opponents and what we're actually doing, my opponent's on the other side, I'm moving, I strike, right? And I'm in this position, I've hit them, I don't want to get hit, so I move out, okay? If I keep moving back, I'm going to end up where? On the ropes. You might want to be in the ropes, maybe you can counter punch, but for the purpose of this tutorial, we don't want to be in the ropes. So what we do is we take a step forward, strike, we out, one step, and then we start moving lateral. We move lateral because we don't want to go back, and end up on the ropes. If you keep going back, and end up on the ropes. So you can take 2 steps back. So strike, 1, 2, and then start looking for some angles. As you're getting angles, you can also punch, going to the side, getting some angles. Okay? So here, got my stance nice and high. Jab, out, side, jab, out, side, jab, out. Now what would happen if we're stepping to attack the opponent, okay, and now we're in the vicinity of the opponent, right? So we are in the attacking area. So if you imagine a circle around the opponent, you can move into their striking area, which means they can hit you from that position. So if they have their foot in here, and I have my foot in here, we're close. They can hit me back. From this position, imagine I was to go directly to my left or directly to my right. What would happen? The opponent would throw sweeping hooks and I'd get caught. So if I'm moving, let's say my opponent throws a hook coming from this side, a right hook, and I'm trying to step out, bang. Okay? Step out here, bang. So what do I do instead? I take a step back to create distance. So when they do throw the hooks, it's not going to target me. Take a step back, then I'm off to the side where I'm safe. And I'll still have my guard up. If you're going to go to the side whilst in range, normally what would we do? We'd roll. But we haven't got to that yet. Okay, but normally you're going to step side, you roll underneath. Okay? You can block, bang, bang, counter. Okay? You can roll the other way. You can lay back. But these are things that we're going to be learning later on. This is just the beginner series. So that's your basic footwork that you can practice. Just move in, outside, in, outside, in, out. And you can add all sorts of punches. You can 1, 2, out, 1, 2, hook, out, jab, jab, cross, out. Okay, just got to practice. If you want to intensify it and make it a little bit harder, you can add a resistance band to your legs, strap a resistance band, okay? Or you can get some weights, get some dumbbells, and use that to punch as well. That will help, increase the intensity, make it a little bit harder, and you'll get more out of the exercise. Thank you for watching Moreno Boxing TV. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you like this video if you enjoyed it and you think it was a good tutorial, and keep your guard up and get ready to